1.1.3 says solve for x, and in this question we have an inequality, and with this inequality we solve it just as we would a normal equation. So we have x squared minus 3x minus 10 has to be greater than 0. We're basically trying to find the values of x for which this expression is true. So for which values of x will this expression be greater than 0? And in order to do that, we open up our two brackets and factorize. The factors of 10 that we can add to give us minus 3 will be 5 and 2. So we'd have something like minus 5 and plus 2. Minus 5 and plus 2 gives us minus 3. And if we multiply minus 5 and 2, we get minus 10. Then from here, we do not get the values of x for our answer. We get the critical values that will allow us to get our answer. So x minus 5 is equals to 0, or x, well, let's not do this because then we're going to have equal to. So rather, just know that in here your critical value is 5, or your critical value is minus 2. And then what you're going to do is you're going to draw your x-axis. You can also put on your y-axis if you want, but it's not that necessary in this in these type of questions. And then you indicate minus 2 and you indicate 5, and then you basically draw a parabola. How do you know which type of parabola to draw? Well, you look at the value of a here. In this case it's 1. That means it's a positive value. And let me just modify this. It's a positive value and your graph is smiling. Most of the time it will always be this way. If it's not, you can always manipulate the equation such that it becomes positive before you work out the critical values. So now that I have this drawing, how do I interpret my answer from this? So if this is my x-axis, it also is the line y is equals to 0, right? So this area above y is equals to 0 will be y is greater than 0, and the area below is y is less than 0. The area we're looking for, if this entire expression represents y, we're looking for the area of which our graph is greater than 0. So when is y greater than 0? That is when x is smaller than 2 on these sides, or when x is greater than 5 on these sides. So when you write your answer, you can write it as x has to be smaller than minus 2, or x has to be greater than 5, like that. And those are your two answers in this case.